So today what I'm going to show you is just a little extension on what we've gone over in class so far. So I'm actually going to show you how to graph a parabola or quadratic, which is in the quadratic family. So if you see this, you should automatically know this guy right here. If you see this 2, exponent of 2, then you know it is in the quadratic family. So the first thing you want to do anytime that you have a quadratic, and these same rules apply for absolute values as well. So what you want to do is you want to make a table of values. So go ahead and make a table of values. I'm going to go x and y, and we know y is the same thing as h of x. So the first thing you want to do, first thing that we want to do is find the vertex. So find the vertex. And how you do that? Well, the vertex basically is what makes the parentheses right here, what makes this whole thing 0. So how can I get x plus 4 to equal 0? Well, it's simple. Now, you probably do this in your head, but if you don't know, you can just say, okay, x plus 4, how do I get that to equal 0? Well, you just subtract 4, and you get x equals negative 4. So that's x equals negative 4. So with that x equals negative 4, that's your x value of the vertex. Now what the vertex actually is, hold on, let me try to, if I can delete this, if I can remember how to delete this. Delete this guy too. So what I got was x equals negative 4. Well, what that is the x value of the vertex. And now remember the vertex, so this is something that you probably learned before. The vertex is where the u starts to happen. Okay, that's what we have to find first, because then after that we can find all of these different points that go to the left of this and then to the right of this. So when you plug in negative 4, your y value will be 0. So that's my vertex. My vertex is negative 4, 0. Okay. Now from there, what we want to do, so the second thing we want to do is find 4 more values. So find 4 more values. And if you notice, I put the negative 4 right in the middle of the table, because I'm going to put 2 points here and 2 points down here. And it says find 4 more values, and what I want to do is go in increments of 2. So I'm just going to put my x values right in the chart right now. So I know that if I want to do 2 more values that are lower than negative 4 would be negative 6, and then negative 8, and then 2 that would be higher would be negative 2 and 0. So from there, all I'm going to do is take each one of these x values and plug it in for this x up here. So when I do that, so if I plug in negative 8 and I do negative 8 plus 4, well, negative 8 plus 4 is negative 4, and then negative 4 times negative 4 is 16. So there's one set of points. Then if I plug in negative 6, excuse me, negative 6 plus 4 is negative 2. If I squared negative 2, you would get 4. So if you notice, I'm getting points here. Now I'm doing this all in my head. You could do it on a calculator, you could do it on a piece of paper. Now just to show you, let's say if I plugged in negative 2 plus 4, and then I squared it, so this would be 2 squared. 2 squared would be 4, so that would go right here. Now what happens if I plug in 0 plus 4 squared, you would get 16. So this would be 16. So those are all my points. Now we have to go to a graph. So I'll pull up a graph. Okay, so here's my graph pulled up. Now I'm just going to go right down the line and go ahead and plot these points. So I'm going to plot negative 8, 6. So negative 8, 6 would be right here. When I graph that, I'm going to go negative 8, 16, which is right here. And then negative 6, 4, right there. Negative 4, 0, that's our vertex. And then negative 2, 4, right here. And then 0, 16 is right here. So if you notice, it's good to go by that 2 increments. So now when I go to graph this, you try to do the best you can with it. Try to connect these points. It's tough with the stylus, but that right there is your quadratic, or that is your parabola. If you look at it, it's 4 units to the left And what makes that happen was the +4, so it went 4 units to the left, and it's opening upward, so it translated 4 units to the left. And if you notice this green line, this fat green line that I put in, that's called the line of symmetry. So if you hear me say line of symmetry at all, the line of symmetry, think of symmetrical, that's what that green line is. If you notice, the points are the same distance, so same distance, same distance, same distance, same distance. So line of symmetry. So just to reiterate, step 1 was find the vertex. Step 2 was find 4 more points. Go by increments of 2. And then step 3, plot the points. So if you follow those 3 things, you should be good with graphing a quadratic. One thing I wanted to say that I forgot to mention was, if you notice, my graph doesn't go by increments of 1. You notice that it jumped from 4, 8, 12, 16. So you can do that. Don't think that you have to always go by 1. Alright, it's totally up to you. Whatever makes your graph work, now that's up to you, so you have to figure that out.